And so that guy, Toto Santos, which is the name of All Souls Day, that was one important casting thing that meant so much at the time. And I love The Usual Suspects.
Yes.
And there's a burn victim in the very beginning of the game, a guy who was burned on the ship.
Right.
And he's in the bed, and he's the first guy who says, "Guys are so safe."
Okay, right.
He's this Hungarian or Polish.
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
And we got that actor to do Toto Santos' voice because I was like, I want him to sound like that guy from Usual Suspects. And so if you listen to him, he's
That's
just
awesome.
like, I wanted to have him say, "Guys are so safe."
He probably couldn't say it because of laws and stuff. But man, I had no idea he got such a celebrity to say it.
That's one old fridge.
Yep. Let's just keep it open. Oh, no, we have... Oh, I remember what we have to do, sort of. But yeah, I just wanted to explore this area, make you acquainted with Sailor Orange, which we will have to dispose of, because we're gonna take his place on the ship. And I'm not excluding killing him. Not too much. But I really want to kill him, though. I mean, getting on that ship is pretty important to me, so I wouldn't mind getting some people out of the way, you know? What is this?
That's the folding bridge that connects this pier to the base of the cat track.
That wasn't much of a puzzle. Why the fuck did I even put that there? Alright, and I think this led to the kiddie track. Ah, the kiddie track.
It's strange. The characters in this game don't like to go into crowded areas, almost as if it's too hard to render them.
Almost. You'd think it was very difficult. This area hasn't even been remastered.
Do not leave children unattended.
Do not leave children unattended. Ah, we have a lot of stuff to look at.
Wow, somebody really liked this cat.
It's because this cat was famous.
Beloved Sandspoof, this regal and majestic feline was a record holder for speed and a favorite of the crowds here in Rubacava for many years, until her career was suddenly and tragically cut short on the second week of the racing season, when the airship Olivia 1, on its maiden voyage, crashed onto the track mid-race and exploded. Many bereaved fans testified later that before the blimp hit, Sandspoof was in the lead.
Man, the cats are huge. It's like 4 times as big as a panther. Jeez. But that was Sandspoof? Sandspoof. What's in here? Oh.
Fuchi, that smell es peor que la muerte.
I think that meant it smells like death, or it smells worse than death.
It says revolutionary design leaves carnages safe and smooth for kitty.
Safe and smooth for kitty. Man, this is the cat food, and this is basically the kitty poop area, where all the giant kitties take a poop. Take a look. Take a look at the poop.
This cat litter really needs changing. See? This is why I don't have a pet.
I don't think you would want to get a pet as big as this.
Tempting as it is, I just can't bring myself to jump in the giant unclean kitty litter.
Oh, come on.
I'm not going in there.
Come on.
I'm not going in there.
So I guess Manny doesn't want to pick up the poop. That is just too good to miss. It's pretty obvious that Manny does not want to pick up the poop, but I want to pick up this though, the can opener. Lovely. Put it in your jacket. Where was it? Where was it? Can opener. Lovely.
It says revolutionary design leaves carnages safe and smooth for kitty.
Pause 2. Closing in.
Pause 2. You're gonna notice that the kitties have very funny names.
Pork chops ransom.
Pork chops ransom.
Bum Bum's home.
Hey.
Standing her ground. Bum Bum's home. Coming up on the finish. We have a winner.
Looks like a great night for cat races.
Followed by
The cats racing. We were always so sad that we never showed the cat races, but that was for
Yeah.
budget reasons. Obviously, we didn't want to cut the actual cats, but I wanted to have giant cats running on a track like that.
And the idea of a cat's racing being herdable enough to race is pretty... Why cats?
Why cats? There was a... God, I don't remember. Why cats? That's a good idea.
I mean, I just remember making the music going at some point because you're near the kitty litter.
Guys, I wish they had the budget to make the cat races a thing and put some puzzles in there. Mama's love ball. That always cracks me up.
Anybody there?
Look, I told you, we don't have any kitty hats today.
What?
You have to wait until Tuesday. That's kitty hat day.
I don't want a kitty hat.
Fine with me. What's your bet then?
I don't gamble. It's a conflict of interest for me.
Then why did you call me down here?
For the friendly conversation.
But I want a kitty hat. Come on.
You know, there's all these background scripts that do things as you enter a room. It's like it's, you know, start all these scripts when you enter the room, like that do all these background actions. Then when you leave the room, it's just to stop all those scripts. And it was all, you know, left to chance because it, you know, left to programmer error. And there was one. So we were talking about this earlier. There's a script that runs the cat races, and it runs the announcer for the cat races, and it actually. True to Tim's attention to detail, he wanted it to actually simulate cat races, and
there
actually
are actual cat races going on.
there are cats that are being raced, and the same name will show up, and you'll hear this cat getting ahead of the other one. I think Chris Purvis did that.
Yeah, and the odds are real. The winnings are real. It is.
Yeah, Manny's wallet fills up, and they're of course the cat races are running, and so it's in the background. The announcer's running, and it's the simulation of these cat races being run, and yeah, they never killed that script. So you play the rest of the game from the cat scene, and the cat race simulator script is always running.
Yes,
Always.
from the moment the cat races start to
Never
the end credits of the game,
To the
cat
end of
race,
time.
the cat race simulation is going on in the background.
There are still kitties racing today.
Yes.
The kitties never stopped racing. Never.
Speaking of database, I mean, that was really how we accomplished so much, right? Is from an organizational standpoint of the music, of the sound effects, and of the voice. And I remember, especially for voice, how critical it was. And what we in the sound department would do is inherit and share the use of the database with the voice department. And you could do a search and isolate all the lines for, say, Manny, or isolate all the lines that needed to have reverb baked into them, or another type of processing. And then you would just divide and conquer and just master everything in groups and bring it all together, have a single reference for volume, and use the database to keep organized and isolate different found sets of different criteria.
That was a lot of developer mumbo-jumbo right there that I didn't get, but it was wonderful to listen to. What is this area? Oh, oops. I clicked over
Well,
it.
I thought you could use the company with everybody gone for the Day of the Dead.
In that case, Manny, why don't you stick around until 6? That's when I get off.
No, it's never explained what their relationship is between these two, but I guess they always had a flirty thing going on since she keeps hitting on him. She really, really wants his bone.
Busy night?
Hardly. Everybody's gone home for the holiday already. This place is dead, and I'm bored, Manny. Bored.
I love how in the background it just says LOL.
This is Pamela Siegel, who plays Bobby on King of the Hill. She's quite a character. She's a minivan with flames on the side and a skull on the front where it replaces, I don't know what brand it is, but let's say it's Chrysler or somebody, and so instead of the Chrysler logo, there's a skull and crossbones. She's pretty funny.
Did she just do this as one big long?
Yeah, all one take so she could build and build.
Yeah.
And, let it sort of ebb and flow.
And obviously Pete's quotation of home, there's no place like
Yeah.
home, is something we all admired in Carl Stalling, who did a lot of the composition for the Merry Melodies, Looney Tunes cartoons. And anytime, as you may know, that a chicken comes on screen or something, it'll play Turkey in the Straw or,
Yeah.
Various public domain songs that were relevant to the subject of the moment. So she was reminiscing about home, and Pete strikes up,
That's really cool.
There's No Place Like Home.
Why don't you come by the club anymore?
Well, to tell you the truth, Manny, it's your little coat check girl. All that bubbly energy, I just want to strangle her.
I've tried that. It doesn't stop her.
Oh, come on, what you got against Lupe? She's adorable.
What's the shuttle waiting for?
They're just cleaning it, but they're very thorough. We run a tight ship here, you know.
Now, the puzzles were a bit disorganized because it was such a large area that had to like cram them all in different places. And Manny is quite obsessive about getting her metal detector, and I didn't know why at the time.
Can I try out your metal detector?
What's your sudden interest in metal detectors, Manny?
I'm a collector. I needed to find coins in my couch. It would look cool on my utility belt.
I think it would look cool on my utility belt.
Well, I'll show it to you when I'm on break. How's that?
I think it's time for your break, Carla.
I think it's time for your break. We could slip in the back for a little drink. You can tell me all about your job, the danger, the metal detectors.
That back room's all business, Manny. And so am I.
What kind of business, Carla?
What kind of business goes on back there, Carla?
Strip searches. And you don't qualify.
Don't worry, baby. I'll do something to qualify.
Why don't I qualify for a strip search?
Manny, I agree it would help pass the time, but we have procedures and rules here. And you never know when they're watching. I can only strip search people when a regular search turns up nothing.
Hey, it's worth a try.
Ooh, I love this part. Sir, if you will, please place all of your belongings on the security desk. Oh, you're clean. Rats, Manny, I almost got to strip search you.
Well, before she removes all of our stuff from our body, we might as well put something inside of our body that does contain some metal. So she will strip search us and take us to the back room where it's all business.
I don't really want to do that.
Oh, come on.
I don't really want to do that.
Manny.
Well, maybe just a sip.
I knew you wanted to take a little drinky poo, Manny. Maybe I will a bit later too. Like in 5 minutes. Now will you strip search me? Okay, that was beautiful.
When's your break?
Dawn.
Oh, that's too late. I'm shipping out tonight.
Yeah, right. I've fallen for that line too many times.
So, is it time for your break yet?
I told you not till dawn. Kind of romantic, though, don't you think?
It is kind of romantic, but I want you to strip search me, and what is that commentary popping up? Okay, it's gone. Now it's back. She's really glitching. Oh my god. Her butt is... What
Sir,
the...
if you will, please place all of your belongings
That's
on
beautiful.
the security
Oh my
desk.
god, that's so lovely. Her butt is floating.
Oh, you're clean.
I'm not clean.
Rats, Manny, I almost got to strip search you.
Fine, even though I drank something that had metal. I guess I'm breaking the game already. Oops.
When did you put in a floor safe?
That's our new contained detonation chamber in case someone tries to come through here with a bomb.
Since when does Rubacaba have a terrorism problem?
This town's changing, Manny. It's getting tougher every day.
Can I use it?
It's locked.
Okay, I'll leave you alone, Carla, for now. And your hovering butt trick. Well, I'll come back to you later, because we haven't finished business.
How big were those when you drew them? Like the posters and the murals and stuff?
We could actually work rather big.
Did you have Photoshop back then?
We had Photoshop, but I don't know if we had layers back then. Or
Oh, we had layers.
I think we did. Oh yeah, we had layers, but maybe
Paul
only
just didn't know what they were.
No, but I think too you only had
one undo or maybe two undos.
Oh, wow.
Siamese Express, Kentucky Whitepaw, Kitty Kitty Bang Bang, Bum Bum's Hope, Catastrophe, I Am Not Spot.
I am not Spot.
How now, Brown Meow.
How now, Brown Meow? I think...
In the lead, right out of the gate.
Oh, sorry, monsieur, but this is the elevator to the High Rollers Lounge.
That's where I'm going.
It is members only.
You must be new.
And you must have a VIP pass to come upstairs. Adieu.
Oh, fine. Let's get out of here, Manny. We're gonna go to the High Rollers, but just not right now.
Kentucky Whitepaw.
Kentucky Whitepaw. How do I get out of the kitty track, man? I don't know how I got here.
Catastrophe.
Catastrophe. Ah, here we go.
It's locked, but there's nothing up there anyway. This gate only leads up to the Lambada dock, and the Lambada's gone. I've got the lumps to prove it.
Yep, you do. Can I go in here? Manny, are you okay? Manny. Well, in this place, this is where they keep the bone wagon, and Glottis was going on about how he's allowed to take out the bone wagon once every week on the kitty track because that's the largest track. I haven't seen any roads in Rubacava except the kitty track, to be honest. Not very roady, mostly water. Ah, yes. Now this is the CB gang, and we're gonna need to get into the Union.
This is where I had never heard of actual sea bees before, and someone made that. I talked about how they could be these bees down there, and they're like, oh, like sea bees, and I was like, what are sea bees?
Yeah, they were a Navy thing. Yeah.
And wait, does that come from the letters CB, like?
I don't know.
Or construction brigade or something.
Yeah, good. Like Jeep comes from general personnel vehicle. Yeah.
So and this bee is called Terry because of the character from On the Waterfront, Marlon Brando's character named Terry. Mm-hmm. So that's where we got all that stuff.
Hey there, guys. What's buzzing? Buzzing.
Cold one, huh, Terry?
Yeah, it's always cold when you're unemployed, Manny.
Why are you unemployed?
Who's unemployed? Aren't you guys in the Union?
The Union? They don't look after us little guys. They're run by the coppers. And you of all people should know, Manny, that the cops are in bed with the gambling joints.
I don't know anything about that.
Hey, I run an honest joint. We ain't in bed with nobody.
What about the protection money?
We pay every week. On the nose, through the nose, like an honest place should.
See what I mean? This town is just a big conga line of hustlers, all laughing and dancing and scratching each other's backs.
Why aren't you guys up there working?
You don't know the deal down here on the docks, do you, Manny? If you want to get the jobs, you have to pay the unions extra dues. And that ain't cheap. We don't pay, and so they put us on barrel duty.
Why don't you just pay the union off then?
We got our pride, Manny. We're straight stingers, you know? Not to mention we just don't have any cash to spare now that we're not working. I mean, it's like a problem where, the solution makes the problem, worse.
Like a catch-22?
Yeah, wow. I wish I knew words like that.
I wish I knew expressions like that and what they meant.
If the union is crooked, why don't you register a complaint?
That's a good one, Manny. Did you hear that, guys? He thinks we should register a complaint.
You bees are being exploited. You should do something about it.
Yeah, what can we do? We're just a handful of unorganized drones. We don't know nothing about nothing except just how to take it on a chin.
I think you're just a bunch of complainers.
You don't know what it's like, man. Every day we come down here, we try and make an honest living. We find out that you gotta be a crooked bee to win down here. He knocks the pollen out of you, man. He makes you weak.
Since you're not using your tools, think I could borrow them?
Well, we sold them to feed our families.
Then how are you ever gonna work?
I told you things were messed up down here, Manny. I told you.
Poor guys. They're really in a bad situation work-wise. And I think I'm correct in saying that they're also demons of the land of the dead, created for one purpose and one purpose only, to build ships? or something? I don't know.
If the cops own the union and gambling's in bed with the cops.
Yeah, and then who really runs the gambling, right? Well, no offense, but Maximino is really the big boy in town, obviously. But word is, he gets his orders from some hardcore gangsters in El Mero. Yeah, that fancy cat track is really just a big laundromat, if you get my drift.
Yeah, the cat track is just a way to launder money. And the bigwigs in El Maro are Domino and the fat guy in the Fez. Dangerous people.
Hey, can I borrow one of your union cards?
What, are you kidding? You know how much I had to pay Chow Chilla Charlie to get mine?
Ah, so we can get a union card from Charlie.
You guys know a seaman, Naranja?
Nah, CBs and sailors don't mix.
But you're in the same union.
Well, maybe so, but some traditions are sacred there, Manny.
You bees gotta be strong.
Things just aren't the way they should be down here, Manny. It's like the worker bees. They do all the work, but we can't affect it's like the way that things are produced should be controlled by, we should, forget it. I'm just a dumb, hungry, out of work bee.
Don't worry, buddy. We're gonna sort you out.
That's Raphael Sparge, who he was actually the main character in Knights of the Old Republic, in the original game. But Raphael was a big on-camera guy, and hadn't really done a lot of voiceover. And there's a scene later on where he's addressing all of the workers. And the thing about Raphael was that he physically performs when he's in the studio.
Oh, right.
So as he was addressing the field, he kept on going off mic, and so the engineer's like, "Oh, we got to keep him on mic." And so I said, "Hey, Raphael, can you stay on mic?" He's like, "Oh, really sorry." We re-rolled, and all of a sudden his energy just went.
Oh, interesting.
Down, and so it just wasn't working the same way. So we
Yeah.
pulled out another 2 mics and put him out.
Oh, that's
so
great.
that he could then go, "You are the fat cats of industry," and he could kind of move his head, and we still caught it. And so then we just cut around the 3 tracks to get the final
that's
take.
so crazy.
Yeah. But he's a great actor.
Wow, that is an amazing effort to just secure that actor's voice. Imagine like having to create a barrage of microphones and then trying to cut all the voices and all the stuff that was recorded just to get that one line perfect because he was moving around so much. Jeez. Can I go to that lighthouse? Can I go from here? Oh, yes!
It's locked.
It's locked. I don't have a key. For once, I don't have a freaking key. Can I use something?
The can opener wouldn't work there.
Aw. If you're thinking that, hey, we've explored most of Rubikava by this point, right? Nope, there is an upper floor. And it will be explored in the next episode. I told you this was a huge place.